Pessoal, esse vídeo aqui mostra como configurar o driver IAC em MacBook, tá bom? Para que os comandos MIDI funcionem. Eu vou só deixar o vídeo rolando aqui pra gente ter isso gravado, tá bom?
If you do it once, though, you're done and never have to do it again. So let's go to Spotlight, which is Command Spacebar, and we want to search for Audio MIDI Setup. So we're going to hit enter to load audio MIDI setup. Now for you, you may not see this screen automatically. So you likely will see something that looks like this. In case you do see that, go up to window and just choose show MIDI studio. It's going to show the MIDI studio and show you access to all the different things we have here. So for instance, you see network MIDI. That's useful when we're sending MIDI between two different computers, right? If we're sending MIDI from Ableton Live to ProPresenter, for instance, we're going to use network MIDI. So to enable the IAC driver, easiest thing in the world, we're going to double click on IAC driver, just click on device is online. Now we could rename our IAC driver, we could add multiple ports here, we can name our ports. Think of ports as basically multiple MIDI cables, right? So we could have a bus that's going to go to main stage, we could have a bus that's for internal routings in Ableton Live. For now though, we're just going to leave one bus, we're going to leave the name exactly the way it is. If you do change anything, just make sure you hit apply when you're done. Now we could go ahead and close down this window and head over to Ableton Live to make the rest of our settings. One note I want to mention, if you are on a PC, the IAC driver is not available to you, but there are some other solutions that are virtual MIDI drivers that work exactly the same way. I've linked to those below in the comments, in the description rather, so make sure you check those out. Once you get those programs installed and set up, everything else past that point is going to be exactly the same that I'm showing right now. So whether you're in Live 9 or 10, Intro, Standard, or Suite.
Eu vou colocar esses links nos comentários do nosso vídeo, tá? Porque ele tá falando para quem usa Windows, tem como fazer isso aqui também. Ele tá mostrando no Mac, né? Mas também funciona no Windows.
PC or Mac, everything from this point forward is going to be exactly the same. So let's dig in and show you the couple settings in Ableton Live we need to make this happen. So I'm going to go into Live's preference pane, Command, comma, and I want to go to the Link MIDI tab. Now, when you head into the Link MIDI tab, you're going to see that you have both an input and output for the IAC driver. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and head till we find our output. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've enabled track. So you just click on that and enable track, and you're going to see that it says on. What that means is we're going to be able to send MIDI from Ableton Live's tracks to the IAC driver. That's really important for us because we want to be able to send MIDI from a MIDI clip to a track to the IAC driver. Okay, with track enabled on the output, let's scroll back up till we see input IAC driver. Again, if you renamed your IAC driver, renamed your buses, you'll see it show up as whatever you renamed it there. But if it's just the default, it'll be IAC driver bus 1. And we want to use the IAC driver to remotely control Ableton Live. So over here to the right, we're going to make sure that remote is enabled. Now we don't want to enable track sync. We're just going to enable remote. Sometimes you can work yourself into a situation by enabling too many of these and actually create a MIDI feedback loop to where you're sending MIDI out of the IAC driver back into Live and creating a feedback loop. To be safe, just enable track on the output and remote on the input for now. With this done, we can close down Live's preferences, and we just need to use one MIDI track for this. So I'm going to delete the rest of my tracks, and I'm going to just use this MIDI track here. I'm going to rename it IAC.
Pessoal, é isso aí.